Hello everybody, welcome to this YouTube channel. So I've got a very simple question to ask you. Have you ever come across a question which looks like this? What are we trying to solve here? This is a quadratic equation. So like you are, I'm going to show you how to solve this quadratic equation using completing the square method. So let's move together slowly by slowly and we get what we're supposed to do. All right, so here, since this is a quadratic equation, we're going to write it as x, okay, minus a 2 over x minus a 5 is equal to a 0. We now multiply throughout by x, this denominator. So it will be here. So you multiply x times x, it will give us x power 2. And this is what you know, okay, when it comes to a quadratic equation. And then here x times negative 2 over x, this will give us a 2x over x. And then x times negative 5, that will be a negative 5x. X times 0, it will give us a 0. Okay, so we can simplify here. We've got x power 2 minus a 2 minus 5x. So the x and x will go. This is what we're going to remain. So we can write it in order. That is x power 2 minus 5x minus 2 is equal to a 0. So the moment we write it like this, we can now apply completing the square method. So the rule of completing the square method says that right here at the x squared term, we must have a coefficient a 1. So there must be a 1 here, and this is a 1. We've got a 1 here, okay? So the next thing here will be to separate, okay? So each term with a variable will be to one side of the equation. In other words, we shall get this constant, take it to the other side of the equation, like this. It was negative, it's now positive. And the moment we write it like this, we shall say x power 2 minus 5x, we leave some space, and then we say equal to a 2, okay? So now, what are we supposed to put where we've left some space here? This is where we need to get whatever coefficient is at this x term right here. Whichever number is here, get it, okay? So in this case, we've got a 5. So get that 5 divided by 2. So always get what number is here, divided by 2, and after dividing by 2, the answer that you're going to get after dividing by 2, you square it, okay? So you say that number power 2, always divide by 2 and then come and say power 2. This will give us a 25 over a 4. This is what we're getting, 25 over 4. So now this 25 over 4, we shall copy what we have and then write it. Actually, I left some space here. This is what we're supposed, don't write this. This is what we're supposed to put right over here. And the other side also, we do the same. We write the same, this one, okay? So now we're here. From this stage, guys, from this stage, we can simplify here. We've got x power 2 minus 5x plus 25 over 4 is equal to, when we simplify here, we're going to say lowest common denominator, it's a 4. There is a 1 here. So the lowest common denominator of 1 and a 4, it's a 4. 1 into 4, it's a 4. 4 times 2 will give us 8. And then we say plus 4 into 4, it's 1. 1 times 25, it will still give us a 25. So we've got x power 2 minus 5x plus 25 over a 4 is equal to, when we add these two, what are we getting when we add? We are simply getting a 33, if I'm not mistaken. That's a 33 which we are getting, okay? So we can write 33 over a 4. This is what we're getting. So after doing this, we can now write this as a x minus 5 over 2 I'll tell you what I've done. This is where the idea of completing the square comes in. So get this number which is inside here, or what you got right here after dividing by 2. So it was this. So get the sign minus, and then this you write it here, right here. You introduce a power 2. So if I simplify this perfect square, I'm going to get what I have here. So if you multiply this by itself, it will give you this. So equal to 33 over a 4. So now at this point, you can now square root both sides. Why am I doing this? I want to get rid of this power 2 by the root. So I'll remain with x minus 5 over a 2 is equal to positive or negative 33 over a 4. Okay? Of which, if I want, I can simplify further. I'll say positive or negative square root over 33. This is 3 over a 2. Square root of 4, it's a 2. So now we can say x is equal to square root of 33 over a 2 plus 5 over a 2, like that. Okay? So this 5 over 2 will come this side. It was minus, it's now plus. Or you can say x is equal to square root of 33 over a 2. This is actually negative, plus 5 over a 2. Okay, you see what has happened here? This guy has gone the other side, and the same. There is positive and negative. This is positive, this is a negative. So when we simplify further here, the lowest common denominator, it's a 2. This is a square root of 33 plus a 5. Also here, the same x is equal to negative square root of 33 plus a 5 over a 2. So this is what we are getting. And if we punch on our calculator, we simplify this, it's going to give us a 5.37. That is in 2 decimal places. The same here, it will give us a negative 0.37, like that. So this is how you use difference of two squares.